Bottom line. Viewers, it's Mitch here live for another NFL live stream. Back to back. We just covered the Bucks and the Saints. And now I'm here to cover the Niners and the Seahawks. A bit late, but that was kind of expected because this game started right after the last games. Trey Lance, my computer's going off. Trey Lance carries for a gain of 5 inside the goal line. And the 49ers trying to get back on track now as a football team that many expected to make the playoffs, perhaps win this division. They had a bad start against the Bears in week 1 in a monsoon. But this week, they're looking to score. 3rd and goal. There was a big play by Brandon Ayuk. Trey Lance now in the shotgun, 3rd and goal. There's a blitzer that comes free. Lance throws it over the middle to his running back. I believe that's Jeff Wilson, but he is stopped at the 2-yard line. We're going to have I think a couple guests, at least one. We've got Becca coming in, the Niners fan, shortly, probably second quarter. I'll send her the link. She'll come in here, and we'll talk about the Niners this year. And then hopefully I'm going to have a Seahawks fan at some point during halftime or something. 20-yard attempt for Robbie Gould to open this game. Let me know who you think's going to win. Let me know who you're cheering for. Not the extra point. Field goal is good. 20 yards away. 3-0 Niners. The Atlanta Falcons right now, for those of you that are, of course, interested in the Rams action, are getting absolutely schooled right now by the Falcons, who are driving the football into the red area. There is an intense game going down in Baltimore. Baltimore can't seem to stop Miami one bit, one iota. It was a weird game. It started off as a defensive game, and it just turned into a shootout with a bunch of big plays. Big play after big play after big play. And now the Dolphins have a chance to win it. Let's check. I'm just going to watch this during the commercial. 38-35 Baltimore, and it's 1st and goal for Miami with 24 seconds left in the game. They've got 1 timeout left, so there's plenty of time left for them to score a touchdown and win this game. Guys, let me know what you think. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how you're doing. I know it's tough. I don't know if YouTube's going to track this video very well, so please send the link out to a bunch of people. Shot is incomplete on 1st and goal for Jalen Waddle. What's up, 8th Wonder? Thanks for joining, man. Marcus Williams looks hurt right now. 3rd and 11 for the Falcons. Niners game still on commercial. Yeah, Tua looks like he's playing well. I mean, he had 2 picks early, and then he's really responded well. Tyreek Hill going off in the second half. Marcus Mariota sacked on 3rd and long, so that would force a field goal. It's 3-0 here, Niners, for those of you tuning in for this one. New York, baby. I picked the Jets. I had them plus the points. I didn't pick them to win, but I had a weird feeling they might. So that's big. What happened at the end of that game? Young Koo misses the field goal. Seahawks, Niners, 3-0 Niners. We are back. We're going to see the first possession for the Seahawks and Geno Smith. Thank you guys for joining here live. Don't forget to Gronk spike the like button. Second stream of the day, back to back. We got Niners, we got Seahawks, we got Geno Smith. The Bucks win, baby. The Bucks win. Yes, sir. Return here by Seattle to the 18-yard line. That's where they'll take over. We'll see Geno Smith for the first time. Brady and Belichick successful on the same week. I feel like we haven't seen that very often in the last 2 years. I don't know. Feels like whenever the other one loses, the other one wins. And I don't know. But it's a good day to be a Pats Brady fan, that's for sure. Becca's repping the school. So are you cheering for Gino in this game? 9 minutes left in the first. Gino looking left. Throws left. Complete for a pickup of 3. Stopped by Emmanuel Mosley. Second down. Don says, hello, football fan. Remind me to never pick the Panthers again. 2 weeks in a row and they let me down. Hey, Big Al, I'm with you, bro. I tried them the first 2 games and, yeah. I think they're one of my only losses this week, so I'm with you absolutely, bro. 3-0 Niners. Weird, though, that some of these games that I expected to be, like, hard unders, like Jets, Browns, was a easy over. I mean, they scored, like, 62 points in that game. King J says Trey Lance sucks, bro. Hopefully he can prove you wrong, you know? I don't know. I haven't seen much from him either, but we'll see. Third and 1. Seahawks get a first down with a handoff to Kenneth Walker, the rookie running back playing fullback on that play. The Dolphins win? Jalen Waddle touchdown. The Dolphins are probably going to win that game. Wow. If we have any moderators in the chat, please help out with the bots. I use something that I think is only available in Canada for NFL. It's called The Zone. I'm watching it on cable, though. I'm watching the Niners game on cable. But I'm watching the other games on my laptop. Is DK hurt? Second and 10 for the Seahawks. Geno Smith looks right, throws, complete. It's a pickup of 6 to DK Metcalf, who was looking like his hand was a little hurt there on the play previously. Allen Robinson got a catch in the Rams game. I'm waiting to throw on the Raiders game on the other laptop. So now it's 3rd and 5 at their own 41. Geno Smith with a bunch to the left. Noah Fant to the right. Blitz by the Niners. Geno throws and it's incomplete. So a big stop for the Niners defense. Hold on a second. I gotta look. I gotta get the Discord up and send this link to Becca. Hold on. Okay. 3-0 Niners. First possession for the Hawks. They're able to get 1 first down. And then they are forced to punt. If the Niners get a lead in this game, a significant lead, they're gonna win. That's what they need. They need the lead early to play with Trey Lance. I feel like if they fall behind and they trailed, it's really hard for them to come back with Trey Lance. Yeah, I have lots of stuff going on. What's up, Stanford Mom? I feel like you've been here before, I know, but I don't think I've seen you in a while. Jimmy's got the Niners winning. What's up, Jimmy? How you doing, Jim? you guys haven't already, Gronk spiked the like button. This is second stream of the day, so YouTube isn't really going to help me out in terms of notifications. So if you guys could help me out, share this link with your friends. Throw it out on Twitter, whatever you got to do. Whatever gets the people going, you know, the blood flowing. What's your prediction for this one? Let me know in the chat. I'm doing good, Jimmy. I'm doing good. Bucks won, which was nice. Finally, they beat the damn Saints. Patriots won, of course. Beating the Steelers is always great. It's always a fantastic feeling. Now they're not 0-2. They're 1-1. Ben Skowronek with a pickup of 8 on first down for the Rams. Supreme Cam. It's got 24-10 Niners. What's up? What's up, Cam? How you doing? Are the Ravens really going to come back here? There's no way, right? The game's over, right? 40. I think the Dolphins just won. They were losing by like 30. What a wild game. That's the game I can't wait to re-watch that one. DK Metcalf is not happy. All right. So we're back. Niners up 3-0. 5:53 left to play in the first. Pitch to the left. Jeff Wilson with a cutback. Jeff Wilson picking up 9 yards on a very solid first down run. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Second and 2. Lance, hands off, up the middle. Pickup of 5. Flag on the play. Wilson getting a lot of work early. Tyler Higbee with a first down. Inside the 10-yard line are the Rams now. Sanford Mom says, so glad the Pats won today. Cleveland and Jets game was unbelievable. Did you watch that game? It looked unbelievable. What happened? I saw the Browns were up by a touchdown with like 2 minutes left. And then all of a sudden the Jets came back. What happened? Thanks, guys, for joining the chat. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know who you're cheering for, Niners or Seahawks. We are live covering this one. 3-0. Niners are up. Dolphins-Ravens game was crazy. Yeah, I heard. Pitch up the middle to Debo. He picks up a couple yards. I didn't really see the Tua throws, so I can't tell you. But DoorDash says none of those touchdowns you can credit to Tua. If it wasn't for him having a bunch of all-pro talent, he's just below average quarterback. Give Mac Jones those weapons, he would have 10 touchdowns. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I can't say. When I'm able to see it, I can tell you, but Debo, handoff. Debo breaks the tackle. Debo stutters. Debo, he's gone. 50, 40, 30, 25. What a play by Debo Samuel to the 22-yard line. Wow. He's got turf all in his helmet, too. I know Lenny's at the game right now, so he's probably loving that. Debo shakes Taylor, and shakes another guy, then explodes. Allen Robinson touchdown for the Rams. DoorDash says, I don't know. I got to go back and watch the game because I didn't see all of it, DoorDash, but it looked like Mac played fine. I mean, he threw a bad pick, but other than that, it looked like he played pretty good. I don't know. Maybe you could tell me different. He doesn't have good weapons. His passing game, their passing game is just very limited. It's all on Mac to make the plays there. They don't have any weapons at all that anybody's scared of. And Mac's the type of guy where he's not like Josh Allen. He's not going to like run around and like make a bunch of plays. Like he's a distributor. He's an accurate passer. He needs guys to throw the ball to. And they just don't have that. I mean, Devontae Parker, has he separated once this year? All right, 2nd and 8 after that huge Debo play. Lance going to run it up the middle. Lance takes it for 3. Lance has got to stop taking crazy hits, though. And now Lance is hurt. Concussion. And I have him starting in fantasy, so I'm fudged. And Jimmy Garoppolo time. Am I covering the Jimmy Garoppolo game? Oh my goodness. Mac is not trash. Mac is a pretty good quarterback. And was last year as well. All right. Anyone that thinks is Mac's trash, don't watch him. All right. What's up, Big Beat? Are you new, Big Beat? I don't think I've ever seen you before. Yeah, they do need to play Bourne. Becca is absolutely pissed. Becca, do you want to join right now? We got a commercial break. It's probably a good time to join if you want to. If you don't want to, it's all right. Parker's terrible. I don't understand why he plays. Like, Aguilar looked good. Right now we're on commercial, guys. We're going to see what's up with Trey Lance. Hopefully he's okay. But we'll see. Didn't look good. Looked like a concussion. Looked like a concussion, guys. He got hit. Like, he took a carry up the middle, and then he just got smashed right in the head. He takes too many hits. All right, Big Beat. I understand. What's up, Cody? How you doing, man? Thanks for joining the stream. Are you new as well? Okay, Becca. Odd Big King, your team is terrible. I understand your receivers were hurt and all that, but your team sucks. Michael says he makes him run too much. He has to pass Kyle, making him run too much. I mean, that's kind of what he is. Like, isn't that why you drafted him, to run the ball? He's a runner. He's not a great thrower of the football. I understand you got to make him throw. He does throw. But, like, part of what made him an intriguing prospect is his ability to run. I don't think I'm wrong by saying that. So, he's got, obviously it's tough to run up the middle in the NFL as a quarterback. So, that's tough. But, like, you got to learn how to take on hits. Obviously, that's unfortunate. But it does not look good for him here. It actually appears to be pretty serious. I don't know if it's a head injury either. It looks like it might be a leg injury. It's his lower leg, apparently. Okay, let's see. Barton was going in on the tackle. I mean, I don't really see how he got hurt. He just kind of like slid weird. And he hurt his leg. Nah, he hurt his leg. I thought he got hit in the head, but he hurt his leg. Like sliding, kind of. Or getting tackled. Like, kind of weird to say, but he was sliding down in kind of feet first with a tackler coming on. Up the middle with a bunch, like a couple guys around him. And he got hurt. Yeah, this is why they kept Jimmy, obviously. Yeah, Neil, I know. Like, YouTube kind of screws you over on back-to-back streams. That's why I should just not listen to people. 3rd and 6, Jimmy Garoppolo throws quick to Ayuk, and that's a gain of 5. I don't think he had the first down, though, but with forward progress, he has 5 yards. So Jimmy trying to get comfortable. The Seahawks throw a pick. Or no, Seahawks throw a pick. Seahawks blitz, sorry. Big hit by the Seahawks, too. Neil says he had Pat's money line and Washington money line. Ah, damn. Why didn't you bet the same amount there? Why didn't you just take Pat's minus 2.5? You didn't like that? I guess, they covered by half a point, but still. 33-yard attempt is good for Robbie Gould. Damian Harris played spectacular today for the Patriots, for sure. He's a good player. All right, 6-0 Niners. Trey Lance, unfortunately, leaves the game with a lower leg injury. Oh, looks like someone's joining. Hold on, Becca. One sec. Okay. Let's see.
Hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Can't hear me? You sure?
I can't hear you.
Is it your headphone, maybe? She'll come back. We're trying to get a Niners fan in here. Trying to get Becca in here, but we'll see. I think my audio's fine, but all right. Hopefully we can figure that out. Yeah, I know you guys can hear me, so I think my audio's fine. But hopefully Becca can hear me. It might be the headphones. Sometimes it's headphones. Hold on. I shouldn't have went to this. I should have went to main and then just add the guest. So I'll be prepared when she comes back. There we go. There we go. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, fantastic. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, there we go. No drinking games today?
No. No, unfortunately.
Okay. What did you think of that Lance injury?
I was trying to get the stream up, but from what I saw, like as soon as I saw it, I'm like, this is why they kept Jimmy G. Everybody was losing their minds that we were keeping Jimmy. Mm-hmm. But it's like, would you rather have Brock Purdy come in? Like,
well, don't they have, is it Brock Purdy who's the backup? Don't they have the guy from the Eagles?
Yeah, we have.
What's his name again? I forgot his name. Sudfeld.
No, we got rid of Nick Sudfeld.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. What's with all the guitars?
I play bass.
Oh, okay.
And my fiance plays guitar, so he just has like 4 guitars because why not, I guess.
Cool. I like the setup.
Thank you. It was my idea, of course.
1st and 10 for the Seahawks. Run up the middle for Penny. Picks up 5, maybe 6. How far behind are you on the stream?
Currently, they are showing Jimmy, like, they are not even on the field yet right now.
Okay.
So I'm trying to mess around with a couple of different streams right now.
Harleen says your room is rad.
Thank you. Yes, okay. I wanted to make sure because you had me questioning myself. Brock Purdy is our 3rd string.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Maybe they did that because they knew they were keeping Jimmy, so they went with the younger guy. 1st down for the Seahawks, though, after a connection to Tyler Lockett. Gains 10. Stanford bomb. Rob says sweet guitar collection.
Thank you. Yeah, if I could find an updated stream, that would be fantastic.
Niners stuff the 1st down run by the Seahawks.
Either way, I have a thought about this whole Trey Lance, Jimmy G situation.
Go ahead, rant. That's why you're on here. We need the takes.
I don't know, man. Okay, so
Devontae Adams touchdown, by the way. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay,
so my whole thing is I'm just worried about how the locker room is going to be because I may just be looking into it too much. But in my opinion, last week, Mike McGlinchey gave up a really bad sack. And, like, it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
And as soon as he gave it up, obviously, Trey hit the ground pretty hard. He looked down at Trey, and then he full-on stepped over him to get over to the sideline. And obviously, you know, if you hit your quarterback and he gets sacked and everything, it's kind of your job to help them up.
Yeah.
And he always did that with Jimmy, and, you know, that's just kind of what you're supposed to do.
So you're reading into the drama.
I mean, it's kind of what you have to do.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. No, I've heard things too. Like, it's like part of the locker room just accepts it because it is what it is. But some of the bigger names in the locker room, apparently, like potentially Debo or Trent Williams or whatever. I don't know if they're fans of it. I don't know. I think Debo will be happy Jimmy's in the game.
I mean, I was kind of thinking, like, if you think about it this way, Debo got paid because of Jimmy, you know, like, I need to switch sides of this stream.
Part of it, yeah.
Debo kind of made his living off of Jimmy. And sure, Jimmy didn't play the best last year. But, sorry, watching us stop a run. Obviously, Jimmy didn't play the best, but he played well enough to where Debo could get paid really, really well. And I think in Debo's mind, he's like, I mean, I don't care what's necessarily happening here as long as I get paid, as long as I can outperform everybody. So I'm almost wondering if that's why. Because it seems like he's just kind of in it for the money.
Yeah, well, I think part of what you said there about Debo is the fact that he got spammed by Jimmy. So, like, Debo, they have some sort of connection there where that connection between quarterback and receiver is not built between Debo and Lance. So that's why I feel like he prefers Jimmy because he knows him, he's comfortable with him, and he gets him the ball a lot. Well, it feels like Lance almost prefers, like, Brandon Ayuk, so I don't know.
Oh, and I also think that he heavily prefers George Kittle, too. Just looking at practices and looking at practice reports, it seems like that he highly prefers tight ends right now anyway.
Obviously, Trey Lance has been ruled out. Ian Rappaport just tweeted, so if anyone's curious about that, but it appears to be a pretty serious injury. I'm not exactly sure what it is, ACL or whatever, but it's serious. So 2nd and 11, read option type play, it looks like, from Geno Smith, and that gets stuffed. So 3rd down and long. We're now in the 2nd quarter. Just going to change that. Let's read some of these comments we got. Big Al says, hey, it's Becca.
Hello, Big Al.
Anything you want to say to Big Al?
Hello. It has been very fun chatting with you because I feel like other Niners fans who are typically in the chat, Lenny, can be a little negative sometimes. So, it's kind of nice having another positive Niners fan.
Lenny just hates whichever quarterback plays. I feel like he could have like the greatest quarterback there is and still hate him. So
we could have Tom Brady and he'd probably still complain.
Yeah. He's at the game right now, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents are at the game right now too.
Oh, cool. Do they have season tickets?
Yeah.
Oh, lucky.
So that's why I grew up a fan, like all the way back at like Kezar Stadium type, like my entire life, going to Candlestick, obviously Levi's now. So
4th and 6 and punt from the Seahawks. Only a return of a couple yards for the Niners, so they're going to take over at about their 21-yard line. Here comes Jimmy G.
Do you think Kyle's going to change his scheme around?
Well, obviously you can't run all the quarterback run stuff, but it's going to be primarily probably what you see last year with maybe a couple new things thrown in. But I don't think they've had very much time to kind of prepare Jimmy and the offense, but I don't think it's going to be too complicated because he started the last 4 years. I know there's been injuries in there, but he knows the offense very well. So they're going to stick to their bread and butter stuff probably this game from what he knows and he's familiar with. And then they probably don't have too much in terms of game plan specific Seattle stuff with Jimmy, but they probably have a lot of their core offense, if that makes sense. So they're going to be able to rely on that in this game, and I think it will be fine. I think it will be seamless. In a lot of ways, in the passing game, I think it will be probably better than Lance, but we'll see how it goes.
I just know that Kyle doesn't necessarily like deviating from whatever his game plan is. I really think that he needed to last week. I'm not into digging on Kyle Shanahan very often, but I really think he needed to change his scheme around from last week.
Yeah, I watched the game from last week, and it was tough with the weather. I think they kind of got unfortunate with how they fell behind in the game, and then all of a sudden it just crazy rain started coming down. So when they had to pass, it was almost really hard to pass and really hard to complete passes. So
yeah, it was a little too late.
So it made it hard on them, but I don't know. Last week was just tough. Rod says, what's the cat's name?
Oh, I didn't even realize you could see him. This is Kylo. Because I am a Star Wars nerd.
Okay.
So, there we go.
Odd Big King.
I have 3 other ones running around too.
What's the other one's name?
We have Zeus, Loki, and, Loki from Marvel.
I could have guessed that.
And Link. Link of Legend of Zelda. So.
Okay. Big Al says 57 in the stream, only 21 Gronk spikes. Come on, people, Gronk spike the like button. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do moving forward in terms of second streams. It feels like second stream last year would always fall off in viewers as well. I think it's just hard to find the stream. YouTube kind of just blocks me or shadow bans me or something. I don't know. But 6-0.
I've noticed.
Bunch to the left for Jimmy. Motion from Huschek. Play action here. Jimmy throws it over top, and it's incomplete. Looking for Debo there in double coverage, looks like, but kind of threw it away. Yeah, Marcus says, is that Becca?
Seattle's bad this year.
Everyone's wondering if that's actually Becca.
What do you mean?
Everyone thinks that Becca is just some guy that just put their name as Becca.
I mean, if I was catfishing you guys, I would say I'm doing a pretty good job, but...
You got some really good CGI. Some really good CGI. So you got the TO jersey on?
Always.
Nice.
Whenever I've realized, because last season the Niners didn't really lose 2 back-to-back, and every time we lost, I wore my TO jersey the next week, and we lost last week, so, this TO jersey is so freaking, old and worn, though.
T.O.'s a legend. Can't go wrong with T.O.
Oh, for sure.
Al Woods.
Also.
Oh, sorry. Al Woods stuffs to the run. I just got to make sure I get the play calls in. Sorry. Al Woods with a stuff. That was like a -4 yard run. Somebody missed a block. Like somebody clearly didn't block him. So that was bad execution by the Niners. So it'll be 2nd and 14 here. What were you going to say?
Oh, I just have my Discord profile pulled up here.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's me. I promise.
Brandon Ayuk for a gain of 13 makes it 3rd and 1. Big Al says, what you talking about, Willis? That's definitely Becca. 14-0 Rams. Chauncey Bullock is in the chat. Oh my goodness. I haven't seen Chauncey Bullock in like 3 years. What's going on, Chauncey? How you doing? 3rd and 2 for the Niners. Motion from the receiver. Jimmy G looking left. He's got a man. 1st down. Big play to number 3. Who is that? Becca, do you know who number 3 is? Is that McLeod?
Yeah, that's Ray Ray.
Okay.
If anybody has any ideas of where I could stream, that'd be great, because I just now saw the 4-yard loss. So.
Yeah, if anyone has any game streams, let us know in the chat. 11:30 remaining in the second quarter. Becca's behind by 3 plays. Play action. Jimmy's going deep. Wide open is Dwelly to the 5. Touchdown. Niners. Wide open. He was like open by like 30 yards. I think I could have thrown that. I think Becca could have thrown that.
Probably. I mean, half the time last season I thought I could throw better than Jimmy G.
You should see this touchdown in like 4 plays when it comes up.
Yeah, right now it's 3rd and 2 with 12:15 on the clock, so.
Okay. Raiders are up 7-0. Cowboys are up 7-3 on the Bengals. Bengals are slacking. So it's going to be 13-0. Yep. 0-0 Denver, Houston.
Yeah, I'm actually looking right now. I feel like this Dallas-Cincinnati game is going to be really interesting, because I feel like neither one of them kind of played up to their potential last week. So it'll be interesting to kind of see who takes over this week.
My fantasy app keeps saying that Trey Lance threw the ball.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look. Hold on. I don't know if you'll be able to see it.
Oh.
Can you see that?
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I have a friend who I'm in a fantasy league with him, and he said, "You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to draft Jimmy G just for fun."
Yeah.
So he actually texted me about 2 minutes ago saying, "By the way, I started Trey Lance over Jimmy G today."
No. No, why didn't he know that he was going to get hurt?
I know, man. He should have come to me for like a tarot reading or something.
Do you do those?
Yeah.
Do you do those on TikTok? Do you want to plug your TikTok? Or do you not do that anymore?
I mean, I don't post very much. I mean, if you wanted to,
don't you have an Instagram or something? Hold on.
I do, but it's just my like fashion makeup Instagram, so I feel like people on the stream wouldn't, really subscribe to that. My
you sure
TikTok,
Big Al might be a big fan.
I mean, maybe I could give him some tips. My username is The Beckoning, but instead of the way you actually spell it, it's Becca, like my name.
What
And
was this for Instagram? What is this for?
TikTok.
TikTok. Okay.
For the TikTok that I literally never post on.
Okay, hold on. I got you.
I have had one video go viral. And that's only at 200K, so.
Chauncey, I've been doing good. Thanks for joining, man. It's nice to see you. It's been a while.
I need to pull up the comments.
Is it on the... It should be on the side somewhere.
Wait, really?
DoorDash says he would subscribe to it. Yeah, go follow her TikTok at least. Ben would as well.
Thanks for the plug. Maybe I should start posting.
No problem. Big Al's in pain watching his Cardinals defense.
Why'd you get the Cardinals defense, man?
No, he's a fan of the Cardinals.
For shame.
Carr throws to his guy, Darren Waller, to the 45-yard line. Looks like the Raiders are dominating that game.
Are you guys back from commercial break?
Yeah. 1st and 10 now. 11-19 remaining in the second quarter. 13-0. Play action for Geno. He's got time. He throws to an open Tyler Lockett to the 40-yard line.
Who do you think is a better receiver, DK or...
DK or who?
I need to stop doing... Huh?
DK or who? Lockett?
Yes, thank you. I'm still trying to find a stream.
I would say DK. I like both, but DK's just so physically imposing. Like, it's tough to stay with his speed and then also deal with his size at the same time. Geno throws it quick, off play action, and there was pressure right in his face. That's probably a loss of a yard after a good tackle by Dre Greenlaw.
I have full faith in our defense. I don't really have faith in our offensive line right now.
Jimmy G is helping them out. They scored on like their first possession.
I can already hear everybody on Twitter saying, oh, put Jimmy G in, and I already know it's going to be a whole thing this week.
No, it's going to be a huge thing, especially if they blow them out.
Oh, 100%.
Second and 12, Geno throws, and he's intercepted off the hands of one of the safeties and into the hands of the other safety. I think that's more. I think that's more. I don't know the numbers off by heart on the Niners, but because they don't have Jimmy Ward, he's hurt. Hufanga had it. Oh no, is that Gibson? They signed Gibson. I forgot about that. It's Gibson, who they signed like last week or something like that.
I'm honestly surprised if he actually starts playing really well for us because I personally thought that was a pretty weird signing. But
who, Gibson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good like a couple years ago, but it's been a while since he was a good player. So, I mean, I thought it was just a depth signing, so it's surprising to see him play.
The buzz around the Niners league, well, not really league, but just Niners fans and everything is whenever Jason Verrett is coming back. Yeah.
He's
I'm
never.
Like,
you can actually rely on that?
I definitely don't think so.
Dallas is winning 14-3. I swear if the Bengals lose that game, I will lose all my hair.
Why? What do you have on this game?
Enough money. But I bet it like, okay, so I bet it like when Sunday night when Dak got hurt, and for some reason my sports book still had it at 2.5 plus 2.5 for Cincinnati, right? So the spread's actually like 7.5. The Bengals are minus 7.5. I got it at Bengals plus 2.5. So I'm saying if they actually lose this game, I'm gonna lose my mind. Because I got like
Yeah.
9 points on the spread. So yeah. That'll make
The
me go
Bengals
crazy.
are like a fourth quarter team, though, like a second half team.
True, but I mean, it's Cooper Rush. Come on. It's not Jimmy Garoppolo here.
Just hand it off to Joe Mixon and just let him do everything.
Will Bill retire in the next 3 years? Asked DoorDash. 3 years. I don't know, man. It's hard to say he will because he doesn't show any signs of wanting to. Like, he doesn't even bring it up. I feel like when he retires, it's going to be like a sudden thing that nobody really sees coming. I don't think it's going to be like one big, extravagant, like, goodbye. Like, probably Brady's is going to be this year. Even though last year when Brady retired, it was like, oh, he's just going to retire after that? Okay. But
I need Aaron Rodgers to retire.
do you hate Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, I hate other quarterbacks more. His attitude is just, it's
Okay.
insufferable.
We need top 5 most hated quarterbacks by Becca.
Active?
Active. Or retired. Retire works too.
All right. You got to give me a second. You kind of put me on the spot there.
No problem. I'm reading comments. Will Bill or Andy Reid retire first? Bill probably.
Andy Reid.
You think Andy Reid?
I think he will because I think Kansas City is kind of like on the decline right now, and he's definitely the kind of guy who, as soon as it starts getting bad, he's like, I'm out.
Kansas
So-
City's they are 2-0. I know they're not. Maybe
I
as
said
good.
they were on the decline from what they were
Okay,
before.
okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Empty formation. Screen to Debo. I feel like we saw that play in the NFC Championship. First down to the 40-yard line for the Niners. And the Niners taking over this game quickly.
As it should be.
Okay, top 5. Let's go.
Okay, so I cannot stand Russell Wilson. I mean, he's more palatable on the Broncos. Are we surprised? No.
Russell Wilson is just weird. He's
Yeah.
just weird. Did you see him come out of the locker room at practice and go like this, like he was going to hit everyone's hands? You see that?
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
I mean, at least he has a good sense of humor.
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Okay, next.
And I don't like Joe Flacco. I think he is way too cocky for his... This is just going to be 5 minutes of me being a salty Niners fan. But
You like the quarterback that beat you all the time, the quarterback that beat you in the Super Bowl. Who's next? Aaron Rodgers, who you always beat.
yeah, I already said Aaron Rodgers. I'm also thinking
2nd and 9. And a handoff. They're saying it might be a fumble.
of course. I never really cared for Tony Romo.
I'm not with you
Just
there.
because, again, what'd you say?
I'm not with you there. I always liked Tony Romo. I think he was
have
down.
a thing with quarterbacks who think that they're way better than they are.
Did Romo think he was better than he is?
I feel like he did, just with his attitude.
Hater. I don't know.
Little bit.
3rd and 8. Jimmy going deep. Brandon Ayuk incomplete. So, by the way, the fumble didn't. They called him down.
Yeah, it didn't.
Then Brandon Ayuk close to a completion on the left sidelines, but didn't come down with it. He was 1-on-1, and it was like a back shoulder throw. And Ayuk, it just went right through his arm, sort of. It was a good throw by Jimmy, but
Also, he does not deserve me. Like, he doesn't deserve his name being said on this stream, but a certain quarterback who is not currently playing right now.
I feel like I know who you're talking about. 4th and 8 at the 39-yard line of Seattle. They had the offense on the field, but Seattle calls a timeout here. 7:48 left in the first half. Timeout, Seahawks. Will the Niners go for it here? Interesting. They at least caused them to call a timeout.
I think we'll go for it because I think Kyle Shanahan kind of learned from his mistakes, hopefully, from the NFC Championship game and from last week. He needs to start being more aggressive because I feel like this passive play, even though we have the lead, isn't going to stop. Like, his play calling has stopped so many wins, I guess.
Derek Carr is 11 for 13 for 119 yards and a touchdown. Mac Hollins has 5 catches for 66 yards. If anyone has him on their fantasy team, I highly doubt it. 4th and 8. They're going for it. Jimmy's going deep. And it's incomplete. He went for it there. Went for it. He went for a touchdown. I don't know if there's anyone open underneath, but Jimmy decided to go for it all, and it's incomplete.
Sorry, that play is going out right now. Oh, just kidding.
Is it the Brandon Ayuk one?
No, Seattle just took a timeout.
Oh. Harleen says, remember Gronk spiked the like button. Stanford mom says, I miss Gronk in football. Yeah. Who doesn't?
Did you see, I think it was I guess you were watching the game. I think it was Freiermuth on the Steelers. He got a touchdown.
Yeah.
And he, Gronk spiked it really hard in the end zone. And I looked at it, I'm like, man, you got to stop.
Well, maybe he was doing a tribute versus Gronk's team. Or maybe he was just telling everybody to Gronk spike the like button.
I mean, I definitely think so. And I also think people should become a member so they can get the neat little sticker. But that's just me.
I need to get new stickers.
You need to get a really good Kyle Shanahan one.
Throwback to Geno. He's going deep. DK Metcalf mossed somebody. Oh my goodness. And then he did the Randy Moss thing where he mooned the crowd. I think he did that. But I don't know if he was just pulling up his pants. Flag. 6:47 left in the first half. And they're saying a legal man downfield on Seattle, so it doesn't count. Becca is bailed out.
How do you do that?
Bailed out. Pete Carroll, absolutely livid. Kenneth Walker was the running back. He threw it back to Geno, and then Geno went to launch it down the field, and DK just mossed him. But it doesn't count. And DK caught that with one hand. You'll have to see the play. You'll see the play.
I also really feel like, I mean, I may be biased right now, but I really think that the Niners have the best linebacking core in the league.
I think it's debatable, but I think they're up there. 2nd and 10, or 2nd and 17, after the penalty. I think that's incomplete. 3rd and 17, almost intercepted, actually. Apparently, Jerry Jeudy is questionable to return if anyone has him in fantasy.
If anyone needs a decent defense, I really think it's worth trading for Tampa's, by the way. They've been putting in work for me. And I remember when I drafted them over the Niners D during our draft, you said, Becca, why did you pick Tampa over the Niners?
I said that because you're a Niners fan. Not because
fantasy isn't draft everybody on your team.
And it's intercepted by Fred Warner, the 49ers D. But there is a flag on the play. I don't know if it's going to count. I can tell how frustrated you are that you're behind in the stream.
Oh, yeah. I'm so fed up right now. And I'm still looking. I have 6 different streams that I keep trying to refresh. I found a couple on YouTube. But they're all still behind.
Oh, I think they're going to call Mosley for pass interference. Because he, like, jumped early and, like, put his hand on DK's head. And now
he's just giving him a little pat.
Shanahan's losing it on the ref right now. Just losing it.
Guess everybody's losing their temper today. By the way, I did go back and watch that Brady clip. That was hilarious.
Which one? There's a lot of them.
Him throwing the tablet.
Oh, yeah. Brady was so mad. I don't think I've ever seen him that mad in a game before. Like, he's been mad a lot, like individual kind of moments in games, but for the whole game, he was pissed off. He kind of started that brawl, kind of. Because he was like, well, Lattimore kind of started. Lattimore was like yelling at Brady, and then Brady yelled at him. And then Fournette got in the face of Lattimore. Did you see that?
No, I didn't get to see the whole thing.
Oh, you should. It'd probably be on YouTube, but Evans like knocked Lattimore, like just knocked him out. Just pushed him right over. Ben says Tua for MVP. Yeah, highly doubtful, even though he had a good game today. Chauncey says, Brother Mitch, did you know that Vince McMahon is retired? Yes. I saw that, and I don't think he's actually retired. I think it's just like a stunt for the media because obviously he's getting some pretty big charges against him, so we'll see what happens. Seahawks already blew their load last week. They're not a good team. 49ers blowout, says Ben.
Seattle didn't even have a great week last week, though. I mean, just because they won doesn't mean they had an amazing game.
True. They didn't. They were lucky to win, but they still won. And it was an emotional game. It was a big game. It was on Monday night. Everybody was watching it. So
I feel like, at least with Pete Carroll, the more underestimated he is, the higher the chance that they'll win. Just knowing how many games they've gone in, at least against the Niners. And I know that there was a game against Dallas where both teams were like heavily favored, and Seattle just ended up coming through and obliterating both teams. And it's just, I don't know if it's a Pete Carroll thing or what.
Sorry, what'd you say? I'm posting this link.
Oh, no, you're fine. Basically, I hate Pete Carroll, you know?
Yeah. Another Seahawk
I actually hated him when he was... What?
Another Seahawk you hate.
To be fair, I hated him when he was in USC.
Okay.
As a Stanford fan, I feel like it's kind of in my blood to hate him, so...
How come you didn't go to school in California?
So, number one, I just wanted out of California. My next place I was going to go was Arizona State, actually. And then I ended up getting 3 different scholarship offers for the same school out here.
Cool.
So I just came out here.
Raiders are up 10-0.
I'm kind of surprised the score isn't higher on that one.
Yeah, the Raiders opened the game with a 9-minute drive. So that's probably part of the reason. 2nd and 8 at the 40 of the Niners for Seattle. Geno on the move, under pressure, throwing it deep. He's got an open man, Tyler Lockett, who gets absolutely lit up by Gibson, but he does come down with it. Geno Smith, a baller.
Even though he's playing for Seattle, I'm kind of happy that he's able to actually try to prove himself now. I feel like he didn't get a fair shake over there in New York.
I just think he was too immature early in his career. I think like now he's probably he's a better player now just because he's older. He's seen more things. He's been, just grown up, Some guys aren't ready when they're young. Kenneth Walker breaks 2 tackles. He's still going. He picks up 7. That guy's a beast. I love him. I think he's going to be a good running back. 4:40 left in the first half. Seahawks trying to put some points on the board.
getting really bad trade proposals in fantasy.
Who's sending them?
I don't remember who the first one was because it was during week 1. But Monty, shout out if Monty's watching right now.
Intercepted!
Again.
The Seahawks tried a halfback pass. They tried every trick play imaginable. And he threw it right to the defense. He literally just threw it right at the guy.
Oh, jeez.
You're probably like 3 plays behind right now, but so they had Walker as the quarterback. He handed it to the fullback, and then he ran across and threw it to the end zone, and I guess he didn't see a guy. And he just, I don't know. That was terrible.
Just blending in with everybody.
Why are they running all these trick plays? I mean, I understand you kind of need to get an advantage against a better team, but on the 10-yard line, I don't know. Anyways, Jeff Wilson.
I mean, they do work a lot.
Jeff Wilson broke a tackle and picked up 12 yards on the ground. 13-0 Niners. The Seahawks have had their opportunities to make this one competitive, but Niners defense has made some big plays, and Jimmy Garoppolo taking over for Trey Lance. Where were you at with Lance? Because I'm pretty sure you weren't like the biggest Lance fan, but you were more positive than Lenny, right?
I'm not going out and buying a Lance jersey or anything.
Yeah.
But I didn't hate him at all. I mean, I will say this. I had a huge watch party thing for the draft.
Yeah.
And I was where a lot of people were convinced Shanahan was going to take Mac Jones. Mm-hmm. I was going hard for Justin Fields. I really was. Okay. And then we got Trey Lance, and I didn't really look at anything, but he looks very promising to me. I think that's why I'm not super angry at him. Because, I mean, he's young. And obviously, it doesn't matter if you're in a bad division or not. If you go 20-0 and you have the best numbers in college, in your school's history, you have to have something special there. And it seems like he's kind of like a sponge. And Shanahan really needs a quarterback that he can mold to be whatever he wants.
Yeah.
So I think that might be a reason why he went with him.
Yeah. I guess we'll see if it will pay off. He got hurt, which is not good news, but hopefully he can persevere, come back, and lead the Niners. But right now they got Jimmy Garoppolo in a 3rd and 6.
I cannot believe we're actually talking about this right now. It's like, oh yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo dropping back. It's like, here we go.
And Devo's trying to fight his way in a pile for the first down, but he only picks up about 5. They needed 6. So it's 4th and 1. I think they will punt. In the Raiders game, Hunter Renfrow with a big play to the 25 of the Cardinals. Looks like they're going to score some more points there.
You don't think they'll go for it? Sorry, I'm obviously not
4th and 1 in their. I think the way their defense is playing, I know that's part of the reason they probably went for it on their side of the field. But I think in their side of the field, don't give the Seahawks any opportunities. Just punt it, I think. I mean, they probably would convert it, but I don't know. I don't think they'll go for it after they didn't convert the last one.
But the Jimmy G QB snake, man.
True. I mean, I've heard good things about it. I know it's like second to only Brady, but
he's literally a mini Brady for that. Only that. Maybe, oh God, this is going to sound bad. Maybe it's a good thing that Trey got injured because maybe it'll give him more time to kind of look at the playbook and to kind of watch how Jimmy runs the offense. Yeah, maybe.
Potentially. But if it's a serious injury, like a really bad injury, I don't think it would be a good thing. But
oh, definitely not, no.
I do agree that I think he still needs time, but you need to play. Like, you need action. So
yeah, from what I've been seeing, he hasn't been doing the best at practice.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, he is going against top 5 defense in the league right now in practice, but
Yeah.
they keep saying that Fred Warner and Charvarius Ward in practice, they're both just picking him off all the time. So I don't know if it's because
During
I
the
don't know if
year
it's
or during
because,
training camp or both?
both.
Screen for the Raiders on 3rd and 10. That's a huge pickup. And they get to the 2-yard line with Abdullah.
Trying to see if Ian Rappaport has
Amir Abdullah is just one of those running backs that he was like kind of a bust early in his career. And then he just continued to stick around for whatever reason. And now like he's been like an 8-year pro, I feel like. But like he's never been in a primary role. He's just always been on special teams. It's like a running back I would have thought like would have been out of the league in his first 2 seasons or whatever, but he's still around for some reason. The Raiders have 204 yards and the Cardinals have 38. And Darren Waller just scored a touchdown, I think.
Do we think the Cardinals are going below 500?
The Cardinals are definitely going. They look like one of the worst teams in the NFL right now.
Okay, I thought the same thing.
The Seahawks returner just slammed into one of their gunners, and the Niners think they have it. They do. First down, 49ers, special teams error. Wow.
Man, if only my stream was up to date so I could be celebrating with you.
Yeah, you're so unexcited for everything I announce. Am I not doing a good job over here?
You are doing a fantastic job. I just really, because whenever it starts showing for me, you're already calling the next play. And
You're obviously visual.
Oh, very much so.
49er Media says, hey, pain. What's up? 49er Media, what do you think about the Trey Lance situation, bro? And what do you think of Jimmy going in the game? I know that you said pain, so obviously you're not happy about it, but give me your thoughts. Love to hear them. Chauncey says, Brother Mitch, who is streaming with you? This is Becca. She's a 49ers fan.
Oh my gosh, that was a great recovery. Sorry, I'm just now saw it.
Like 2 minutes later, you're on it.
Better on it 2 minutes later than not be on it at all.
True. 1st and 10, Jimmy throws, and it's incomplete. Intended for Jennings.
I saw something on Twitter saying it seemed like it was a broken leg from Trey Lance, but it's not a reliable source at all.
Oh. That hurts me, just thinking about that.
Yeah. I feel like as soon as he went down, he knew something was wrong, though.
Screen
right now
to Debo. Picks up 6 yards on 2nd and 10. Sorry, Becca, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're fine. Saying right now in our fantasy league, I'm projected 160.
Mm-hmm.
And in the other league that I'm in, I am currently only projected... I'm only projected 81.
Yikes.
So I guess that's just how it's going today.
That's how fantasy goes. One team can go off, one team doesn't. Unless you just pick the same players in every league, in that case.
Those morning games weren't very good.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Bucks game.
I was watching the Patriots-Steelers game for the most part.
Yeah, did you not like it? Not good?
I enjoyed it, but it was just really sloppy. I mean, it's kind of entertaining watching 2 mediocre teams go at it.
Yeah. Hopefully New England can at least be competitive. It looks like they're competitive. I don't think they're very good, but if they want to be good, they have to get more out of their offense. It feels like their defense is pretty good, but
I was going to say, I know you'll disagree with me, but I feel like they need Mac Jones to do more. I really feel like he's just... Yeah. I don't get the hype. I really don't get the hype.
I don't really think it's on Mac, to be honest. I just don't think he has that much around him on offense to the point where, like, I think he needs, at this point in his career, I think he needs more around him. I don't think he has it. Like, he doesn't have Debo or Ayuk or Kittle. Like, he has nobody of that talent. You know what I mean?
I know. Jacoby Myers is pretty good.
Yeah, Jacoby played good, but
Yeah.
he's solid. First and goal
I thought.
at the 2-yard line. Big Al says the early games were painful. 2-5 in those games. Damn, you suck, Big Al.
Jeez.
Touchdown, Kyle Juszczyk. Juice.
Yep.
I was waiting for you to say it, but I was like, oh, I should not gonna say it.
Yeah. I got you. It's fine.
Come on, you gotta get hype on the stream. So relaxed. You seem like a professional YouTuber here. You're such a professional that they're asking what your YouTube channel is. Look, Chauncey says, does she got her own YouTube channel?
Oh God. You got to get me back on a day where, like a primetime game where, I can watch it and it'll be live.
Yeah.
Get me back for any primetime game where I can actually watch it live. And normally I'm screaming, cursing at the TV.
20-0 49ers. Jeez.
Not complaining though.
No? Wow. A Niners fan not complaining with the 20-point lead at halftime?
The only reason I'm saying I'm not complaining because normally if we're up 20 points, it's like, oh, okay, well, what's going to happen next? And everybody, at least for the local channels, whenever I watch local channels, they're saying, okay, well, can Kyle Shanahan hang on to the lead going into the second half? And that's just what a lot of local stations say.
Here's the thing, guys. Like, people, JS Warren says he has Jacoby and a decent running back. Like, yeah, they're decent. Like, look at all the good quarterbacks in the NFL. Do any of them not have, like, at least one elite receiver or tight end? Like, all of them have at least one.
Okay, but here's my thing. Wasn't
he went to the playoffs last year? Like, I don't know. So.
Okay, but is it because of him? I don't really think so.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, they were a pretty good team on both sides last year. It's just like they weren't a great team. They were only a good team. They got blown out in the playoffs.
Here's my thing, though. Wasn't the really big hype around Mac Jones is that he's a huge playmaker and you can trust him in almost any situation. If he's such a huge playmaker, then it shouldn't matter about him not having any really.
I don't think his hype wasn't nearly as much as Fields, Wilson, or Lawrence, and his hype was, I think, mostly about like how smart he was and like he's like a ready now quarterback. Like, I don't think his hype was really like he's a playmaker. I disagree with that. I don't remember hearing that. But he's still been by far the best quarterback in that class so far. It's not even close. To me, at least.
What do you think
Bears Kingdom
the Pats
said
would look like? What do you think the Patriots would look like if they had Trevor Lawrence?
I think they would be pretty similar to what they are. I think Lawrence would have been about as good as Mac last year. I think Lawrence makes more mistakes, but he probably makes more plays too. So it's like it's kind of even that way. I think.
Yeah, just kind of averaging it out.
Yeah. I think Lawrence this year, though, he obviously has more potential because he has more physical ability, but I don't know. I believe in Mac. I believe in like what he can do in terms of a mental quarterback. Physically, he's not that special, but I think he's a pretty smart guy, and I think he's going to be good long-term for that team. I just feel like they need to give him a number one target. Like when Josh Allen got his number one target, he took off. Mahomes has always had number one targets, but he still has number one targets. Like all these great quarterbacks, even Kyler got one and his numbers went up. Like I think if you want to run the offense through your quarterback, you have to have good receivers. And I just think New England's are average, and that's my problem with it. Kyler throws deep. It's incomplete.
I mean, I agree.
20-0 Niners, 23 seconds left. Bears Kingdom says Fields is better than Lance.
Okay. I mean, he may be better in the rain, but
neither of them were good.
No. I mean, neither of them were good at all. I say that if it's a sunny game, regular game, and you're just letting them have it, I feel like Lance would have been more on the money. And maybe that is because he has better receivers. Also, I feel, in my opinion, Mac Jones reminds me a lot of early days Alex Smith.
Damn,
and Alex
that's
Smith's
rough.
situation.
But Alex Smith never made the playoffs. Alex Smith always lost.
What do you mean?
No, but early in his career, he always lost. Like, he was a bust for like 6 years. That's the weird thing about Alex Smith, is he was like a bust because he was the first overall pick in the same draft as Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And you know this better than me, but like he wasn't good until like 2011.
But the thing is, how many offensive coordinators did he go through? How many coaches
Obviously,
did he go
had a
through?
worse situation, but it took him a long time. Like, Max had success right away. I understand the player comparison. But maybe.
I think it's because he has a great coach, but I'm saying just the way they play and their mindset, not necessarily the productivity and, looking at their numbers.
Yeah, I understand the player comparison, but obviously I think Max had more success early. I think if you have a career like Alex Smith, I don't think that's a bad career. I think that's a pretty good career.
I mean, kind of snapping your leg in half, I feel like that's not the best. But
well, at the end, yeah. Geno throws and incomplete. 11 seconds left in the half. They're down 20-0. They got no timeouts. They might have to go for a Hail Mary or something.
Do you think Geno's coming back for the second half?
Yeah. I don't think Geno's played that bad. What do you think?
I mean, I don't think that he's terrible. I think for his throws, I think he's just kind of missing by inches if he is. But in my opinion, if a receiver can get hands on it, then it's on the receiver unless they're like laying out.
I think the Seahawks are just outmatched.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that you can put on the quarterback, to be honest.
Well, me too. And DK's been kind of quiet too. I also don't like their play calling that they've been calling.
Odd Big King says switch the game. Should I switch the game? I don't know.
To what game?
What game's good? Like, the Bengals game might be interesting. The Bengals are losing 14-3 to the Cowboys. That second half.
All of these games are blowouts right now, except for Denver and Houston, but
yeah.
I feel like that's not going to be
Geno under pressure, trying to find a place to throw. He dumps it to his running back, who's wide open, but there's only 2 seconds left, and he gets out of bounds, but with no time left. So,
I think if Seattle wants to come back in this second half, I really feel like they need to start passing more down the field because the Niners, I feel like that's their weak point, is just one-on-one man coverage down the field.
They've had some opportunities, Seattle. They've kind of messed it up. They had that halfback pass to the other team. That was an experience. Yeah. I think this game, I don't think it's been quite 20-0. Like, just watching it, it feels a little closer than that. But obviously,
like maybe 14.
Obviously, San Francisco is the superior team. It sucks to see what Trey Lance happened to him, but Jimmy's been pretty good in this game. Can't really, hate on him. And maybe that's a chip on his shoulder, getting back in there and showing the people what they're missing with Jimmy G.
I'm trying to remember what he said. It was maybe the day after we re-signed him and announced that we were keeping him back. We were bringing him back and keeping him on the roster. I'm trying to remember. He made some sort of snarky comment like, "Oh, did you miss me?" I can't remember what it was, but he said something really snarky like that.
Mm-hmm.
And last season they went out and said, "Oh, Jimmy doesn't pay attention. He doesn't go online. He doesn't care what people say." But after that, I think he really does, like you said, he has a chip on his shoulder. Also, do we think that Miami is going to give Buffalo a run for their money only because they definitely have a much weaker schedule?
Miami and Buffalo. I think Buffalo is just the superior team. Miami, I understand they're 2-0, but I don't know. I'm not quite all the way there yet to buy that stock yet. Like I think Miami's a good team, don't get me wrong, and they could make the playoffs, but winning the division is a different story, especially against the Bills, who are arguably the best team in the league right now. So we'll see how the Bills play on Monday night. Denver losing right now 6-3.
I was just looking at that. I really don't think there are any other good games going on right now. If you wanted a close game, I feel like Houston and Denver, but it seems like that's just sloppy. I can't believe how poorly Russ has been playing.
Russ dumps it to Javonte Williams, who picks up first down. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. It's hard for me to comment. Whenever people are like, "Oh, what's going on here?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm not watching the game." It's like I can't give you any analysis on that.
Yeah, in between plays, I've been looking over here at the game cast. He's 4 for 13, 48 yards.
Okay.
Maybe you can put a poll in the chat and see which game people would prefer. I'm assuming it would probably be the Cincinnati-Dallas game, but... My mom just texted me saying, "Thank God the Niners are winning. I probably would have lost my mind if I showed up to the home opener today, sitting here in the rain, and they played like they did last week."
Someone just tweeted Kyler Murray, Call of Duty Kyler. All right. Becca, thank you for joining me for the first half. I think I'm going to get a Seahawks fan in here so he can rant about how shitty his team is. Is that okay?
Do it, yes. Have me back, like I said, for a primetime game so I can actually put it up on the TV right here and I can watch it live and scream and rant.
Yeah, sounds good. All right. Nice to see you on. We'll have you back soon. And go follow her TikTok, guys. I'll post the link again. See you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Let's get the legend himself. I'm going to send a little link here. Hold on. Does Frank Reich get fired today? I doubt it, but there's serious questions, and he could get fired. The only thing I will say about Frank Reich is he's one of those coaches where I feel like if he gets fired, he would instantly get hired by somebody. Like, I feel like he would get hired, like, next year right away. Obviously, you can't really hire a coach during the year, but I think he'd get another job, like, in the offseason. Yeah, this time slot's terrible, guys. I'm sorry about that. Will the Bears cover tonight? I don't think so. I think the Packers will cover, but I haven't really checked the injury report, so I'm not sure. I hope they cover. I hope they do. I didn't bet that game, so I don't really care. I hope the game's competitive tonight, just to watch a good football game on Sunday night. It'd be cool. Raiders are up 17-0. Bengals down 14-3. I'm going to tune into that game. Just see what's going on here. because Joe Burrow and company struggling. Joe Burrow just fumbled. Did he fumble it? Oh, Mixon got it back. Joe Burrow playing like crap again, eh? I think Mike Evans gets a 2-game suspension. I think Mike Evans doesn't get suspended. I could be wrong about that, but I don't know. I don't know how they've treated those things in the past, so I can't really say. But I didn't see. Maybe he gets a game. I think 2 games would be a bit much, but maybe he gets a game. He already got ejected, right? So he could get 1 more game, and that would make it 2, basically. $17-0 Raiders right now. Repeater of what? Like, I didn't view that as bad at all. I just viewed it as him sticking up for his teammate, to be honest. Lattimore was more of the instigator. I'm not sure, Marcus, if they offered Alex Kappa a contract or not. Or if maybe the money that Cincy gave him was just significantly more money. That's probable. Is Denver looking overrated? Based on the public's expectations, yes. Based on my expectations, not really, because I didn't think they were going to be that good. $21-3 Rams. Is it 21-3? Yeah, 21-3. Pitt's doing nothing again. Killing my fantasy team. 1 for 13 yards. 20-0 Niners. 6-3 Texans. Denver's receivers can't catch anything, says Caleb. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Colts are looking trash. Mitch, are they overrated? Yes, they're definitely overrated. They're overrated from preseason expectations. And now Joe Burrow takes a sack. Nothing new there. Dallas defense playing outstanding today, it looks like. Dallas defense looking pretty good. So maybe people were wrong about week 1. You talking about the Niners game? Big Al? What did I think of the Dolphins-Ravens game? I didn't even see it, so I can't tell you. I only saw like the last minute because I was doing the Bucs game and I was watching the Patriots game, so it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy what happened. Like, I didn't expect the Tua-led Dolphins to come back like that, but hey, good on them. Tyreek Hill's a beast. Oof, Cowboys just ran into the punter. Yeah, Niners are a different team with Jimmy in there, and I think you could easily see them playing the Bucs in the NFC Championship game if Jimmy's good and Jimmy's healthy and they can figure out that O-line. They're one of the best teams in the NFC for sure. I think it's probably them and Tampa. I also like the Eagles. I like the Vikings. I'm not very high on the Packers in comparison to other people. Oh, the Rams game started the third quarter. Okay. Raiders are up 17-0 with 30 seconds left in the first half. Cooper Rush throws to CeeDee Lamb, picks up 3 yards. Kendrick Bourne says, thoughts on the Patriots? I'm going to have to go back and watch the game, Kendrick Bourne, but Kendrick Bourne should be in the game a little bit more than he is. But other than that, I think they played pretty good football. Their defense looked pretty good to me. Rush underneath to Tony Pollard. Looks like a first down. Mitch, did you enjoy the Steelers-Pats game even though you have our number? You have to agree we give you guys a great battle. Yeah, it looked like a good game. I didn't see every play of it, but it looked like a good game. I think that the spread was obviously pretty, it was -2.5, so it was pretty right on, like 3 points. Here comes my guest. All right, let's get this going. Cowboys in the room. Let's get them set up here. Hold on. Can I get this set up? Cabal!
Mitch, it's the year 1902. We have 4 running backs playing the offense, and we're going to have one of them throw a pass. It's kind of the more innovative offense of the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, man. What was that play? That was a phenomenal play call right there. He just throws it right. Was that the design? Throw it right to the other team?
I think so. I throw it right into double coverage there. First and last career pass of DJ Dallas.
DJ. I'm going to have to get back to that Niners game. 20-0 49ers. What did you think of the Trey Lance injury? Obviously the story of the game.
Oh, that is hard. It's heartbreaking. Like, that is honestly heartbreaking. This kid has been through so much. He's been picked apart.
Mm-hmm.
He's been expected to replace a guy that I don't think gets enough respect in this league, in Jimmy G. I mean, and I feel bad for the kid. They gave up a lot to get him. There's going to be, and let's see what happens. See what happens.
I mean, and you would expect, like, if Lance is gone long term, you would expect Jimmy to take this team pretty far once again, because you look at the conference, you look at the talent on the team, they're expected to do big things. So, and then if Jimmy does it again, I don't know. What type of pressure does that put on Trey Lance, especially if he's hurt going into next year or whatever? Like, I don't know how long the injury is going to be, but it doesn't look good. So,
well, let's throw another perspective in there.
Yeah.
Can we not give Jimmy some credit for handling this as professionally as possible?
Nick Bosa
he's
with a
put
sack,
in a backup. What's that?
Nick Bosa got a sack.
Oh, okay. Jimmy.
Yeah, go ahead, Kev. Sorry.
Here's Jimmy. He's pushed aside for a young guy. He takes it all professionally, gets out there, and I thought he looked really sharp for the most part. Finds his receivers. He goes back and does his thing again. And I legitimately, honestly, there's a legitimate argument that the 49ers can win this division. And there's a legitimate argument that they at least can get to the second round. If he does that, like, how do you get rid of this guy?
Yeah, I know. I mean, that was the plan all along, though. I mean, I've heard Kyle saying numerous times, like, we planned this like last year. Like, we were always going to move on from Jimmy. Our plan was always to move on from Jimmy. But I also feel like after they picked Trey Lance and then Kyle kind of saw Trey Lance and it's like, well, I don't really know if he's going to get us there. And we have a really good team right now that Jimmy probably maximizes right now. And even if Jimmy isn't an elite quarterback or anything like that, he's still taking us pretty far. And if things swing our way, like last year, Jimmy was bad in the play, like outright terrible, right? He was really bad. And they almost won the NFC Championship if it wasn't for a drop pick by Jaquiski Tartt, and then they would have won the Super Bowl. I think they would have beat the Bengals, in my opinion. They beat them earlier that year. So that could have changed everything. Like, all of a sudden, we're talking about maybe Jimmy signs an extension. Maybe Trey Lance gets traded. Like, there could have been a lot that happens there. But, yeah, I think that's the thing with Jimmy that's so tough, because everybody's looking at guys like him who are kind of average-ish. And Jimmy's been put in a great spot with a great system, great team, a lot of guys around him. Like, they're looking for the next level quarterback, the Josh Allen, the Patrick Mahomes, whatever, in this day and age. But if you can do it with Jimmy Garoppolo, not every player is going to be as good as Jimmy, Trey Lance right now is not as good as Jimmy. I think that's pretty clear. But he could be better down the road.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing with Trey Lance is he didn't get a lot of reps coming because of what happened with the pandemic. He didn't get a lot of reps. He needs at least another year of work anyway. So, I just don't think he's ready. That's the most important thing. But yeah, as far as the Seahawks. Well, and the other thing with the 49ers, just to stick with the 49ers here, I mean, they're dominating on the line of scrimmage.
As expected.
George Kittle's, that's part of their way, but I think defensively, they might have the best defense in the NFC. I think that there's a legitimate argument for that.
Tampa looks pretty good. But
that's
49ers are up there for sure. I mean, you could argue that the Niners and the Bucks are the best defenses in the NFL. Like, I don't know if there's an AFC defense. Oh, I guess the Bills, but for sure.
Yeah, I agree with you about Tampa too. No one's giving him enough credit. 1 touchdown in 2 games, but by the way, the Seahawks are the only are one of 2 teams to go 4 quarters without a point.
What? Seahawks?
Well, the Jets got shut out last week, and the Seahawks have
touchdown,
won 4 a point, not even a point, zero.
Oh, okay,
nothing.
yeah, okay.
5
They scored all
nothing.
their points in the first half last week. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So.
Well, the Seahawks. I mean, you didn't expect the Seahawks to be good this year. Come on, they suck. Come on.
I thought that this is what I'm thinking. This year it's going to be tough in the beginning, but I think that this team is going to grow into something. The concern is the depth. Obviously, I don't think Geno Smith is an elite quarterback, but he's doing enough, and it's depth. It's a lot of inexperience. You could see that today too. Just a lot of poor Kobe Bryant. It's inexperience, and you just got to learn, right? And that's what this year is about.
No, for sure. I think what the Seahawks have done, and especially when you look at the results so far in Denver, which could always change, it looks like the right move. I thought it was the right move for Seattle at the time, too, because when you look at the roster, even if you have Russell Wilson, you're not really going very far. Maybe you squeeze out 9 wins, but that's not what you're playing for, right? I think too many teams in the NFL don't take the NBA approach of things, where it's you're either going championship or you're going last place. I think more teams in the NFL need to kind of understand to suck before they can be really good. Unless you have one of these elite guys where you can be good every year. Unless you have Tom Brady or you have Mahomes or whatever, you're not going to be in it every year. Haha says maximizes an NFC championship. That's not what we play for in San Francisco. But again, they could have. How close were they to winning 2 Super Bowls? 2 out of the last 3 years. 2 out of the last 3 or 4 years.
The 49ers, they were close. Yep.
They were really close. So maybe it was Jimmy's fault they didn't win, but it was also part of Jimmy's fault they were there. So I don't know. I was really critical of Jimmy Kev, but I don't think it's all on him why they lost.
No, it's a team game. Honestly, last year they were an interception away from going to the Super Bowl, and they probably win. And Jimmy G did enough to get them past Green Bay. Jimmy G did enough to get them past Dallas. DeMeco Ryans doesn't get a lot of credit as a really strong defensive coordinator, really talented group there. So, I mean, I guess the question will be going forward: how much do you want to pay for a quarterback? Because I mean, $245 million is a lot of money. I don't know if you're aware of that.
It depends who the quarterback is, Kev.
Is it a 32-year-old guy that is clearly on the decline of his career?
No,
Oh,
I
sorry,
probably
Denver.
wouldn't have paid Russell Wilson unless I was like, if I was the Niners, I would have paid Russell Wilson $230 million. Like if I was a team who had every other spot ready for me to win a Super Bowl within the next 2 years, I would have paid $232 million just to win a Super Bowl within the next 2 years.
I would have went
Don't
a
you
different
agree with that?
direction. I would have went a different direction.
I think Denver has too many. They had too many question marks to begin with, like new coach, new bunch of players that are like, are they good? Like we don't actually know how good they are, right?
There's potential there,
Yeah,
for sure.
obviously.
And they still have that. They have a pretty strong defense. So, but man, yeah, yeah. I don't know what else there is to say about this game. Really, I mean, it's.
What do you want to get off your chest, Kev? You probably don't talk about NFL very much. So what's your Super Bowl prediction? What are you thinking about the NFL? What's your thoughts?
Well, I think AFC, I'm kind of with everybody that I think the Buffalo Bills are the favorite, but that makes me a little nervous.
Ben says the Chiefs are winning the Super Bowl anyways, but I don't see that this year.
Man, you gotta go back to. Can we go back to Thursday though, just for a second? I mean, it's experience gets you to wins, eh? Just the Chargers keep shooting themselves in the foot. You want to cheer for the Chargers, but they keep shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Then I guess just going through the East, you got Miami who came with an unbelievable comeback today. That's ridiculous.
Did you see any of that game?
Yes. Yeah, I did. I didn't. I missed I was flipping with that in the Tampa Bay New Orleans game, and then I missed some of that comeback. But wow, it was Tyreek Hill making a difference there. New England, they won.
Yes. And I think the Patriots are just completely average.
Yeah, they're coming.
But our receivers suck, Kev. Can we get some receivers? Can you trade us DK? Like I feel like if the Patriots had like one receiver, like one good like not average because we got average, like above average receiver, we would be a playoff team. I honestly feel like our defense is good, and I think our run game is good, and Mac is pretty good, but we just don't have anyone to like on the big play 3rd and 5. We don't have anyone to throw to. Like it's like Jacoby Myers, who's like slower than me, is catching all the passes. It's just I don't know.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Lots of interesting things going on in New England, and I do think maybe OBJ arrives in New England.
That would be cool. Even if he's not even that good anymore, I'd still take it just for the fun.
Well, I think he could at least take the top off a little bit of that.
Yeah, they don't have any speed.
Yeah.
Samuel says, are the Chargers the top 2 team in the AFC? I think right now you got to say it's Bills and Chiefs just based on the Thursday game, even though I thought the Chargers outplayed the Chiefs in that game. But it's basically the difference was the Herbert threw a pick 6 on the 5-yard line. And that won the Chiefs the game. But I mean, I predicted the Chiefs. Actually, I predicted the exact score, which is like very rare. So I got to throw that out there.
Fair.
But the Chargers, I think, like I always viewed that series between the two teams as being a split. And I view the Chargers long term as the more talented team when they make the playoffs. But you can't count the Chiefs out with that team, that experience, the coach, the quarterback. Obviously, they're going to be in it. I think if I were still ranking the teams for long term and not just right now, I would say it's Bills and Chargers personally, but Kev might disagree with me.
Yeah, in terms of talent, I think you're right, but in terms of knowing how to win,
Yeah.
Kansas City just knows how to do it. And that's what makes me nervous about picking Buffalo, is they really haven't won anything.
No, at least they've gone through the experience of losing.
Yeah, that's true.
The Rams game's 28-3 versus the Falcons.
Oh yeah, well okay, yeah.
The Rams are winning
more,
28-3.
Who are you more disappointed in, Cincinnati or Indianapolis?
Cincinnati, right now. I mean, I can see like coming out slow against Pittsburgh. They punch you in the mouth, like all that stuff. I can see that, but losing to Cooper Rush right now, 14-3. Cowboys defense is pretty good, which nobody gave them credit for last week, but I don't know, like that's still embarrassing. It's 17-3, sorry. They don't even have a touchdown right now? Like, come on, man. Bengals went to the Super Bowl. I expected a bit of regression, but I still expected them to be good. What do you think? You think the Colts?
I'm a little bit more disappointed in the Colts because they had such a great advantage to go 2-0, and they have just not looked good. Like, you can't lose. Like, the Jaguars, I think, are going to surprise some teams. I think they're going to be better than a lot of people think.
I think the Jags can win the division.
I agree with you, actually. I agree with you.
Division's pretty bad.
Yeah. For the first time ever, we've seen a division worse than the NFC East. It's the AFC South.
the G-Men!
The G-Men! How about that? How about Brian Daboll finding... Yeah. That's a big surprise to me. Kudos to Detroit. Kudos to Joe Flacco.
Joe! He's January Joe, and it's not even January.
He's 18-3 against the Cleveland Browns. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. That's pretty good, but the Browns used to suck pretty bad.
That's true. Well, I still think they suck.
Yeah.
The
Panthers to 0-2. Saints, who knows?
Jameis had a day.
He had a Jameis day. Raiders looking good. Cardinals are atrocious.
Yeah. Yes, they're terrible. They are.
They're really bad. I think the Seahawks might be better than the Cardinals.
I thought the Seahawks would be better than the Cardinals.
Really?
Yes,
I didn't think that. I can't say that. Just because of Kyler, I thought Cardinals would be better, but
I just can't with Cliff Kingsbury, and I just think this team is too old. It is too old.
And they just don't. Like, the Cardinals are the one team in the NFL where you look at their depth chart and you're like, are their players hurt? Like, you look at the depth chart, and it's just their normal depth chart. But you look at it and you're like, are they missing like 5 players on defense? No, that's their actual starting defense.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you kind of want to pull for Detroit. The game of the week isn't the game of the week for me. The game of the week, Vikings Eagles. There's a possibility, small possibility. That is a preview of the NFC Championship.
Yeah,
I think one of the two teams go there.
I don't know. I mean, I still like the Bucks. I still like the Niners. I mean, you still got to talk about the Rams and the Packers, but the Vikings and Eagles I both had in the playoffs. I had the Eagles as the division winner. I had the Vikings as a wild card, but the Vikings they could be better than the Packers. I could see one of them making it. Like, I don't know if I could see both, but
yeah, I said there's
I think it is a good game though. It is a good game. No doubt. Yeah. Who do you got winning that game?
Gee, I don't. I'm kind of in my gut saying the Vikings, but I could flip a coin.
Yeah,
it's going to be a close one. I think the line is with the line Eagles by 3.
I think it's 2 or 2.5, something like that. I haven't checked it in a while, but I think it's 2. Just
Eagles.
So that kind of means that Vegas thinks the Vikings are a better team on neutral field. Because Yeah, typically you give, like, for a decent home field, like a good, strong home field, which Philadelphia is, I would say. 3 points is about home field. But, yeah, should be a good game.
Yeah, that should be a good game. Tonight should be. I'm mostly interested in how Aaron Rodgers is going to respond to his receivers.
Yeah.
I think this is. I mean, I think the Packers are going to win it, but but
They
it's one
should
of those
win by
that
a
they should
lot.
win. They have to win over 10 by a lot, and if they don't, that's a problem.
I could
Yeah, I think
see,
it's going to be an
like,
interesting.
I could see tonight, like, the Packers struggling on offense and it being close. I could see that, but I don't know.
I could see it's one of those situations where the Bears could have a lead coming into the fourth quarter, and then the Packers need to figure it out. But
Seahawks scored.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Oh,
Blocked field
I've
goal
been talking.
return for a touchdown. That's how they
So still not an offensive play.
No.
Their defense is good. I mean, it's not elite in any way. I'm not
Their
saying
secondary
that,
is a little rough, and their pass rush isn't great. But
no, it's there's talent. There's not depth.
yeah, I think their defense. I wouldn't say it's good. I would say it's like feisty.
Yeah, fair. I'm just watching this here. There we go. Nice block. Yeah.
The Bengals are struggling here. Third down, big third down for the Bengals. So
and
what are you up to, Kev? What's going on with you in terms of content?
Okay. So we've got the Shifts and Pucks podcast. We got that going on. We're covering Canucks and Flames for those that are watching hockey. We've got some division previews coming up. May have to talk to you.
Yeah,
here about that.
I'm excited this year.
It's gonna be it's gonna be an interesting year. For that, we've got writing about the WHL. Going to be doing traffic on News 1130. Started a baseball podcast. Dilly and I are going to do a football podcast once a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We started last week.
What are you going to call it?
Third and Goal is the name of it.
Nice. Is it going to be on YouTube?
Yeah, we're going to get that. Yeah, we did an audio one. We'll get it on YouTube, all that sort of stuff. So
cool.
Yeah, so I'm just keeping busy,
Yeah. Still in the game. Kevin, big hockey guy.
Expanding the game.
Yeah. You're on every sport now. Baseball. I didn't know you were a big baseball guy.
Yeah, I've always liked baseball. It's fun this year with the Mariners actually being competitive here, so that's gonna be fun. 28-10 are the 28-10.
It's comeback.
Rams. Comeback.
It was 28-3. Comeback. Imagine if they beat the Super Bowl champs after trailing 28-3. That would be probably the funniest thing in the world. And then I would question if the NFL was scripted. 100%. Like, what do you think about Vince McMahon, Kevin? I haven't spoke to you about that.
Oh, I think it was long overdue. I think the situation's horrendous, obviously.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't come out like 20 years ago. But
yeah, they've been able to kind of keep a lot of things quiet. I think there's with the wrestling WWE a lot going in the right direction. I think there's a lot of good changes. I still think there's some work to do. I'm not like overly enamored. But there's some things going in the right direction. And then you've got AEW and if we had a wrestling podcast, Mitch, I would legitimately ask if CM Punk is going to go across as one of the most overrated characters in wrestling history.
Well, I kind of always thought the AEW thing wouldn't work out.
It's working. It's working for the right fan. It's not. It's like if you are a pure you want to watch good wrestling matches without a lot of where the wrestling is the storytelling, AEW is great. But they don't have a lot of characters like where WWE focuses a lot more on that, more on the character part. So there's that. But I mean, yeah, weird situation there. They still have to develop some long talent. I do like MJF can be really funny though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't watch it, so I don't know. But
I watch it once in a while.
3rd down and 6 for the Bengals and empty at the 50-yard line.
So that's where you're
First
at.
down.
Okay.
T. Higgins to the 35-yard line of Dallas. Yeah. I don't know. Wrestling, whenever I think about it just frustrates me, so I don't think about it. But yeah.
What else? I don't know. Yeah. It's been hockey coming back. It's going to be an interesting year.
Who do I pick in fantasy this year, Kev? For hockey.
What are you for? Like make sure you get a really solid defenseman. You can win with that. By the way, I've said it. I've pissed off Oilers fans. I may have a little bit of you in me. I've pissed off Oilers fans. I've declared Cale Makar as the best hockey player in the world.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oilers are always overrated. They're always overrated. Always. They're like the Leafs.
Yep.
I can't with them anymore.
Yeah. Did you see what the NHL tweeted out today?
No. What did they tweet?
At NHL, they asked if Austin Matthews, 25-year-old Austin Matthews, still in his prime of his career, not yet retiring Austin Matthews, should be in the Hockey Hall of Fame.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think yet. No.
It's just ridiculous.
I mean, maybe in 5 years. Sure.
Or maybe when he actually retires.
No, I think aren't they asking, like, would he be in the Hall of Fame if he retired? Didn't they say that? Or did they just say, should he go in the Hall of Fame right now?
I think that's what they asked. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
They didn't even do that for Tom Brady.
No. No. This year's going to be really interesting hockey-wise. I mean, you got the Flames with all the new guys. I think that a lot of people are sleeping on the Canucks. I think they may be a little bit better than people think.
Oh, don't do that to yourself. Don't put that out there.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying they're going to compete in a. They're in the AFC South.
I agree. I've said that for years, though. I mean,
if they were in another division, it'd be a long year. But in this division, they have a shot.
They're competing for like 9th place in the West. That's what I think about the Canucks.
Yeah, wild card spot, but you know, I think there's a little bit more life in this organization than there has been since I moved out here. So that's your
what
Penguins.
What do I search on YouTube to find you? The hockey podcast or what?
It's called Shifts and Pucks.
Oh,
we changed our name back. We changed our name in January.
Right.
Hit that
same
subscribe
channel,
button.
Though, right? You just changed your name.
Yep. We do I do a daily news pack, go through the news of hockey, and then every day, and then we do a weekly podcast. One or at least twice a week. One we focus Canucks. The other one we focus Flames. But we do talk about other stuff as well. So. This week we'll talk about what's going on in Winnipeg, as well as kind of get through the Young Stars class. The Young Stars, an event for those that are not in Canada in Penticton. Kind of what they do, a lot of rookie tournaments around the league to get ready for to get ourselves ready for training camp, which starts this week, and see if Evan McPherson can hit this field goal.
He did.
Okay. Spoiler alert. Okay. Yeah. So 17-6 there. And then we'll focus on some WHL and junior and what's going on there. If you get a chance, and Connor Bedard comes to town, spend your $20 and head to Langley and watch that. I do
Yeah, you
believe they're
think
coming
so?
this. Oh yeah, no, he is. He's damn good. He's someone you should watch. He is going to be a star.
Okay. I'll take your word for it, Kevin.
That's other smarter people than me are saying that. So
Yeah. There's no smarter than Kevil in the hockey game. I put your link in the comments, so I know that we don't have a huge audience right now, but guys, go subscribe to Kevil. I put his link in there. If you like NHL, I saw some hockey fans, some guys earlier during the Saints game. They're like, "Oh, hockey's better than football." I'm like, "Why are you in the chat right now?"
what is it like? People coming on to try? Yeah, whatever.
No, that's how it is, Kev. That's how it is. That's the game we play. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know. Should I stick around for this Bengals action? I don't know what's going on. These games suck. That's what I was worried about. 6-6 Russell Wilson. What's going on with Russ? What's happened with him? Kev.
Russell wanted to become a brand. And he was more about him than he was about the team.
Yeah.
And this is what's become of him. He's not that guy that asked Harry Bradshaw how to win a Super Bowl. This is a guy that's more like, this is a guy that's been more about him. And I think the worst part of what happened in Denver is you brought in a rookie coach in Nathaniel Hackett and you gave Russell all this power. And you're seeing what's happening here. They're not on the same page.
Yeah. Nathaniel Hackett, I thought, was a weird hire in the first place. I don't know.
Denver has hired weird coaches.
Yeah.
I mean,
they didn't even hire Kyle Shanahan. They didn't hire the son of the guy that got them 2 Super Bowls. They're like, nah, we don't want him. We're gonna go with someone else.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I've always been critical of Denver's drafting of quarterbacks, but the fact of how they've handled coaches is something. And yeah,
even when they were good too, like that wasn't because of the coach, that was because of Peyton. And the ridiculous
Well, there was
talent.
that defense.
And the ridiculous talent on the team, yeah. They just spent a ton of money. Like, they got Peyton, and then they just, like, Peyton, who do you want? They're like, okay, here's Walker, here's Talib, here's DeMarcus Ware. Like, it was like, kind of like the Bucks are now, but even more so, I feel like. They almost, like, overspent.
The Broncos, yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like, don't you feel like people want to play for Brady, though? Like, as much as there's,
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, like, look at Julio, for example. Like, Julio could have probably gotten $5 more million this year to play with Matt Ryan. And instead, and Matt Ryan's a guy that he had a lot of success with. Like, he based his Hall of Fame career off of, like, him getting the ball from Matt Ryan. But, like, all Brady had to do was DM him. And then then it took off from there. But yeah, like Leonard Fournette's another example. Like, do you think the Bucks actually sign Leonard Fournette if Tom Brady doesn't want him? Or say Logan Ryan's another this year. Like a lot of subtle moves that the Bucks have made or veterans that wouldn't have come. Gronk obviously, but yeah, they built on a strong foundation with a great quarterback and a lot of nice veteran pieces that wanted to play for them, and that helped their culture too.
Yep. Yeah, he's made a huge difference. I mean, Tampa, it's a relevant, watchable, and hey, you know what? They may be winning ugly, but they're winning.
Yeah, right now I'm not too worried about the offense. They'll figure it out.
Is there a good offense in the NFL right now?
Buffalo.
Is there an other than Buffalo? Yeah, because I was like, man.
The Chiefs, I guess. The Chiefs and the Chargers are pretty good. Who else has been playing well on offense? I don't think the offenses are as good as last year. I think the defenses are better. But part of that is because I think the Eagles have a good offense too. But
Yeah.
the problem for that is, like, when you think about it, Tyreek left the Chiefs. Like AJ Brown left like there was so much like turnover in terms of receiver talent for the better offenses in the league that I think, like, Adams left the Packers. Like, a lot of the top receivers left. So then that kind of made a lot of the top offenses worse for the Bucks. They lost Gronk. They lost offensive linemen. So there was a lot of turnover there. So
yeah, it's just going to take a little bit for that to kind of come together. I agree with you.
Are the Texans going to beat the Broncos?
Tied at 6.
Looks like they're in the red zone.
Yeah, this is
Russell Wilson is 6 for 20 for 93 yards, Kev, and a pick.
Yeah, he's on my opponent's fantasy team. I'm happy about that, actually. I'm like,
Ben, the Dolphins put up 42 points today, yes, but they also put up 13 against the Patriots defense. They scored 7 from their defense. So, like, are they a good offense because they had one good game and one bad game?
Yeah, no.
Like, you could say the same, like, the Raiders, I think, are a good offense, but they didn't play that well against the Chargers, who are a good defense. But
nope. And I mean, the Ravens got 38 points, but was that a good offense? They took a while to get going last week.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't call their offensive style dynamic. I mean, they had a 12-minute drive.
It's Lamar.
Yeah, it's all yeah.
That's it. I get that the Dolphins have a lot of good players on offense, and so far the results have been mixed. So I'm not willing to call them a good offense. I guess that's your definition of good.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Bengals have been super disappointing. I know some people were saying they were the best offense in the league before the year. Browns scored 30 today. I guess it was against the Jets.
Yeah, but they still lost.
Actually, the Lions have a good offense. They have played, I guess, suspect defenses, both in the NFC East, Washington and the Eagles. But they're actually pretty good on offense.
That's another team that's feisty.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what they need to do in Detroit? This is what they need to do in Detroit. Well, that too. But they need to go to the roof of the Ford Field.
Yeah.
And they need to blow it up.
Yeah.
Detroit should play outdoors.
I don't think their team is built for that, though.
But they should build a team that is outdoors, that people go in there and it's fucking cold and I don't want to play there. And
they should have done that like 10 years ago when they had like Sue and Fairley. Yeah, they should have done that.
Yeah.
But not like now. Now they drafted like Jameson Williams. They got DeAndre Swift. Like now they're all speed now. They just want speed. So
yeah.
They've done a good job of that. But they need a quarterback. Like I think Goff's fine, whatever. But like he's not long-term solution.
No. He's a placeholder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Touchdown Cardinals.
And, I'm watching Texas are just grinding this away here.
Dortch with the touchdown. All right, Bengals got the ball back.
All right.
They're down 17-6, second down. Sydney saying what the score, I assume you mean in the Niners game. I still think it's 20-7. I haven't been watching. I think it's the fourth quarter. Oh. Elite offenses, good offenses, sure. I guess there is a difference there, but I don't know. I think the scoring will be down this year. Let's just say that. Joe Mixon with a great run for 5. He avoided a tackler at his legs. God.
Yeah, still 20-7, fourth quarter, San Francisco. Rams are in the red zone against Atlanta.
Damn it! I wanted to come back.
For who, the Falcons?
Yeah.
Well, it still could happen.
31-10.
No.
Well, if you have Joe Flacco, maybe.
Yeah, but you have Marcus Mariota.
Isn't it funny that we're watching Marcus Mariota and Joe Flacco start games this Sunday when we used to talk about them like 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, and they're back again, reviving their career. It's revival league. Yeah. We still talk about Aaron Rodgers.
No, we didn't talk about Rodgers on drugs though. Now he's on drugs. It's different Rodgers.
That's a very different Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
He probably like when he watched Christian Watson drop the pass, he was probably like just freaking out.
Oh, yeah.
So high, he didn't see if he dropped it or not.
Oh, Aaron, you're something.
I don't know.
Sean,
I'm kind of. I don't know. I've been. You know me. I've been hater of A-Rod. I've also been pro A-Rod. Now I think I'm kind of back to being pro A-Rod. I think I'm back to being pro A-Rod.
This is a guy that just doesn't give a crap about what.
That's why I think it's funny.
Yeah,
he just doesn't care.
He doesn't care. Yeah. The other story is it's just weird to, it's Monday night and Joe Buck is calling Monday Night Football. It's Thursday night. Al Michaels is calling Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Sean Payton is.
Yeah, that's weird too.
It's just, lots of changes.
I think it's good though. I don't know. What
I
do
agree.
you think? Monday night was definitely better. And I watched it on a plane, so.
Yeah, Buck and Aikman, they're better than what they had. But I really do think Fox needed to refresh something. I really like Kirk Herbstreit. I think he's going to be someone we're going to talk about for a while. And Richard Sherman, he's going to be a star.
Yeah, the Amazon crew was good.
Yeah, I really like
Fitzpatrick and Sherman are both good.
Yeah, I really like that. And it's Nansen Romo.
Yeah, I haven't listened to Nansen Romo. I guess I'm watching it right now, but I haven't a chance to listen. I wonder if they're doing the Packers-Bucks next week. Maybe that's a Fox game.
No, it's Fox. That's Burkhardt and Olsen.
Another sack Joe Burrow takes. So 4th down, I think they're going to kick a field goal. Tessa, what's going on? You're missing your Seahawks losing again.
What do you mean again? They won last week. This is their first time that they're losing.
That's true. What the heck?
This year.
Seahawks failing me, she says. Any thoughts, Seahawk? Father Hawk? Isn't that what they called you? Father Hawk?
Father Hawk, yes. Yes, I remember those days. It's going to be just, you know what? Enjoy the ride for what it is. It's a building year.
McPherson is good.
Not a play. So 17-9.
Down by 1 score.
Enjoy the games. That's my advice. Enjoy the games. Don't get so. I mean, you have to get worked up about things, but just if you're a Seahawks fan, there's nothing to expect. I mean, if 7 wins, I think is legitimate. I think the Seahawks can get 7 wins.
You think they can get that many wins? 7?
Yeah, I do. Okay. I think that this team is gonna get better as the year goes on. I really do.
Josh Jacobs is going off right now. He just ran someone over. I'm watching every game in existence right now, Kemal.
That's what I do in the morning, and then I focus on one. But
yeah, too bad this slate kind of sucks. I don't know why they did that to us, but
yeah, because I mean, usually the Bucks and the Saints would have been the later game, and
that should have been. Yeah, that should have been. That's like I saw a couple things ranking like best rivalries in the NFL, and it's not even on there. And it's like, do you guys watch the NFL?
Jacobs 15 for 63 yards, 20-7. The Raiders.
Flag on the play. Geno Smith complete to Tyler Lockett For a gain of 13, there is a flag on the play, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. Geno Smith 16 for 20, and they're losing 20-7. That doesn't sound good.
No, they're not. They don't have him throwing long passes because, I mean, he's dunking his way down.
Tessa says
He's
Geno
got
is trash. I like Geno.
I like Geno too. I think he is exactly what they need. It's not awesome, but like this throw here to Tyler, he's got a good arm. He has command of the offense. I think he's got the respect of the offense.
Yeah. I think he needs to take more shots. Like, if the Seahawks want to win some of these games against teams like the Niners, I think he needs to make more downfield throws to like DK.
Yeah.
Because I the first game, I understand the first game was pretty defensive and stuff like that, so he didn't try to make those plays in the second half. But I think you got a guy like DK, you got to throw it to him, especially all the money he's making now.
Yep. Or you got to maybe use DK as a Debo.
Try to get him the ball, man. He's a beast.
Get him the ball. Yeah.
Lockett gets a first down there. Are the Seahawks going to make this one interesting? One touchdown. It's interesting, Kevel.
Yeah.
Appreciate Big Al and Tessa in the chat, by the way. Thank you guys for joining.
Yes, thanks. Subscribe to Mitch's. Subscribe if you haven't. Gronk spiked the like button.
Yes. Kev knows.
Yeah.
Kev, I'm going to have you on for picks sometime.
Yeah, when you do them Wednesdays, right?
Yeah, I do it Wednesday night. We usually have a pretty good turnout. I'll get you plugged up. I'll get all your stuff out there. I'll get you on picks.
Okay.
Because you have good pick takes. Like, what was it? Baltimore 35-3?
You're never going to let that down.
Dylan always brings it up. You're good with the pick take, though. I like your pick takes. Usually go bold.
Yeah, so sometimes you have to. But
2nd and 11 looks like Geno threw it away, so it's 3rd and 11. But First and goal for the Raiders.
Yeah, so Raiders wrapping that up, there.
Well, it's still the third quarter, but it looks like if they score another touchdown, that's pretty much over.
Okay, maybe this will be the last question we discuss. Who's the first coach fired?
Oh, man. I mean, could it be Frank Reich? Even though I wouldn't fire him, I feel like it could be.
That's I'm a play behind. No, you're not firing Frank Reich. I wonder if it's Matt Rule.
Yeah. 3rd and 11 sack. Geno got sacked. Boza and somebody else were there. Boza's just an animal. The guy's unblockable.
What's 29 on San Francisco has had a great game.
29. Is that the safety?
Yeah. Kind of reminds me a bit of Earl Thomas.
Oh, like Hufanga? Is that his
name?
Yeah.
I can't pronounce his. I couldn't pronounce his name.
Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce. He's new. He's new this year. Falcons score a touchdown.
31-17. Go Falcons. That'd be great. That would be great.
It would be the meme reversed. Zacchaeus.
Yeah, Nick Bosa all over the place. This offensive line for Seattle.
Yeah, so let me look at the standings in terms of coaches. So I think Robert Saleh, he won today. So
Safe.
Maybe not. But I think he sucks. So he's going to go eventually. If Zach Taylor loses like 2 more games, bro, do you think he's going to go? He made the Super Bowl, which is the tough part. But
I know that's the
coach.
hard part. He's not a good coach. It wasn't. It wasn't a good hire. Like you really do need someone. You need someone with a bit more stability there. I don't know who you bring in though in Cincinnati. Like that's the question. I mean, Mike McCarthy in Dallas, you have to wonder. I know
If
that
he
they're going
wins
to win
today,
today.
I think he's fine. But I think he's gone at the end of the year anyways, because I think they're going to hire Sean Payton. But I don't know.
Oh, you think that's what's happening?
I think that's what's going to happen. Yep. I
You got to
thought
throw a
that for a
truckload.
while, though.
That's a truckload of money. Cincinnati, like, okay. So I
Cliff
think
is one for sure.
Cliff's got to go. Cliff's absolutely got to go. And then you've got, so I think Cliff, Matt Rule in Carolina. I think Frank Reich is safe. I honestly think Indy will be fine. I think it's just getting everything together. Mike McCarthy, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm going to throw one out there. When is the end of Bill Belichick?
Oh, stop it. They won today.
I know, but I'm not saying they're firing him now.
Oh.
But is it time? Is it close to the end?
It's close, yeah. It's closer than to the beginning. I'm gonna say he's got 3 years left. 2025. He's gonna retire. 23.
What if the
24,
Pats? What if the Pats don't make the playoffs this year?
I don't think they will. But I don't think their expectation was to make the playoffs, to be honest. I think in their building, they're aiming for next year. Guys, I think with the cap situation, they spent a bunch of money last year to make themselves competitive. They make the playoffs. This year, they lose some pieces. They don't really gain anything. And then they have a bunch of cap next year. And it's going to be third year Mac Jones. So that's when you want to spend a bunch of money, which would make sense. But who knows with Bill Belichick. And then try to go for it next year. Because I think they realize, like, right now the Bills are the Bills. And I think the Bills, like, trying to win that Super Bowl this year. And they could potentially decline starting next year because of Allen's contract and stuff. So
yeah,
I think they'll probably miss it this year. I wouldn't be surprised if they made it, but I think their offense is going to have to get better. I think they'll make it next year, and I think they'll be good next year. That's my thought, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah, so I wonder if Bill Belichick and Pete Carroll are kind of in the same pattern. This year is kind of like the write-off year in a sense. You're growing this team. And then
because
you see
they
where
even
you're going.
switched they switched their systems this year too. Like that was a huge they lost Josh McDaniels. They're trying to gear their system. They're trying to simplify it, make it like more Shanahan-esque on offense. So they were trying to switch a bunch of stuff. So that's also another reason why they may be kind of looking at this year as a building year.
Fair. Now, is it Josh McDaniel that spurns Vegas and goes back to New England?
No.
Is that done? Is it done?
Well, I think what's done.
Is the McDaniel's New England era over?
I think, okay, the only way that if we're talking 3 years from now, well, if McDaniels gets fired from the Raiders, which I don't think is going to happen, then yeah, maybe. But that's the only way. I don't think he's just going to leave the Raiders if he's having success there.
Okay.
Right?
I don't know. I've always thought he was the heir apparent.
Maybe it's the other Belichick, or maybe it's Gerard Mayo, or some guy we've never
Mike
seen.
Vrabel.
Maybe it's Mike Vrabel after he gets fired from the Titans. Yeah. Who knows?
I don't think he's safe. I'm just trying to think if there's any other coach that I think is in trouble.
I think we pretty much got them all.
Maybe Mike Tomlin. I wonder what's going on there.
They love. I think Mike Tomlin gets more praise now than he did when he won. Don't you think?
Yeah, I don't think he would leave Pittsburgh. I don't think he should. But yeah, I think him and Harbaugh have jobs for life.
Yeah.
But
I could see the Ravens making that switch sooner than Tomlin, just because I think the Steelers are all about like just the I don't know. There's something about the Steelers that just screams more security there. The Ravens are more aggressive in terms of their decision-making process to me.
Yeah, but I just don't. I mean, how long has Harbaugh been there? Harbaugh's been there 9
Since
years.
08.
Oh wait, okay, so oh wait, so
It's been a long
14
time.
years. I just
He won one Super Bowl and he's gone to the playoffs more than a few times.
Yeah, he's brought a stability of success. Like if they were awful, I could see it, but they're like the Ravens are still a competitive team.
They're good. Yeah.
And once he signs Lamar, once Lamar gets signed,
they need to do is they need a new offensive coordinator. But
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. Ben says Brandon Staley needs to be fired. I think the only way Brandon Staley gets fired is if they like miss the playoffs, which I don't think is going to happen.
No, you don't fire. I just completely disagree. This is the Chargers are going to grow with Brandon Staley. The Chargers got it right with Brandon Staley. This is a young guy with a young quarterback and a young team that's going to grow. And they may not get far this year, but within the next couple of years, they're going to learn how to win, and they're going to be fun to watch. You don't fire. That would be a massive error firing Brandon Staley.
I'm not a huge Joe Lombardi guy.
Well, yeah, I think
if Staley's defense continues to play well, which is his thing's defense, he got the pieces in there, then I think they're fine.
Yep.
Like, I think he's fine that way.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, no, I don't think you fire Brandon Staley. Well, Mitch, it was great to chat with you, man.
Yeah,
great to be on the channel.
I wanted to have you on. You're a legend of the BLV. They always talk about the legend of Kevol in the Discord.
Oh, do they? Oh,
we're gonna have to induct you into the BLV Hall of Fame. It's like the WWE Hall of Fame where I choose who goes in and who doesn't. Like,
I guess how's that going to change? Is that Triple H's choice? Is it all going to be all the DX guys? Yeah.
Yeah. But appreciate you coming on. And like I said, I'm going to have you on for picks. Maybe we'll do a stream one time, me, you, Dilly, or something like that. It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. Yes. Great to see everyone. And thanks, everyone. Thanks, Mitch.
See you, Kev.
And we'll have you on. We're going to have you on Shift and Pucks. We're going to preview the Metro Division.
Sounds good. Go subscribe to Kevol.
All right. Yes. Subscribe to Mitch. Bye, everyone.
Bye. All right. There goes Kevol. Let's just see what's going on in these games. Texans are up 9-6. Bengals are down 8. Entering the fourth. 49ers are up 20-7 with 4 minutes left at Seattle's 25. The Rams are up 31-17. I think I'm going to end it here too, guys. I don't really have much to say about the rest of these games. I will be back. I'm not sure. I might do Monday Night Football. It depends if I'm hanging out with friends for the Vikings game. But if not, I'll stream it instead. Tomorrow is going to be the debut of NFL Power Rankings weekly on the channel. So that will be the first time I debut my thoughts on each team, like where I rank them, how I see them, because I know a lot of people are asking about that. Otherwise, man, I appreciate everybody who tuned in for both games, especially for this one. And we will talk soon. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's Mitch. Peace.